Good morning students. Yesterday we have seen zero order and first order reactions. Now let us see second order and third order reaction. Generally we can take equation as 2a gives rise to products, or we can take a plus b gives rise to products. If you are taking this one, 2a gives rise to products, then you will be getting rate constant is equals to 1 by t into x by a into a minus x. If suppose you are taking this equation, you will be getting k is equals to 2.303 by t into a minus b log b into a minus x and a into b minus x. So this is the equation for this. This is the equation for this with initial consideration we are considering. Then the half-life time period for this is 1 by Ka you are going to get if we are considering this one. So then the units will be mole inverse, liter and second inverse. Why? Because 1 by t second inverse, and the concentration will be here mole inverse and liter. So next one for this examples we are going to have here is 2N2O you can take. So here order will be 2N2 plus O2 and 2Cl2O gives rise to 2Cl2 plus O2, H2 plus I2 gives rise to 2HA. So these are the general examples of the second order reaction. And coming to third order reaction, what we can write here, 3A gives rise to products we can write, or we can write 2A plus B gives rise to products, or we can write A plus B plus C gives rise to products. Why? Because order of the reaction is nothing but what here? The sum of the power of concentration terms of the reactants, we call it as order of the reaction. So this all will come under the third order reaction. Any reaction you can take and you can derive it. So then here the rate constant value you are getting here is 1 by t into e into 2a minus x divided by 2a square into a minus x whole square. So this is the equation getting for this one. So here the t half equation we are having is 3 by 2 2a square k, and units we are going to get here is k is equals to mole minus 2 liter square and second inverse. Okay, so mole square liter square will be getting second inverse. Why? Because 1 by t. Here examples we can take it as 2NO plus O2 gives rise to 2NO2, and also 2NO plus Br2 gives rise to 2NOBr, 2FeCl3 plus SnCl2 gives rise to 2FeCl2 plus SnCl4. So this is nothing but the examples of third order reaction. This is second order reaction, this is third order reaction. Just to know the values, units and examples is enough for you. This will be explained in higher classes. For you it will be very important for zero order and first order reaction. Now let us see pseudo first order reaction. So generally pseudo first order reaction is nothing but here the order will be very high, but whenever if we have taken example, the order will be very high. So when you add excess amount, the order will become constant and it will show only 1. Means what? It will show first order. So those type of reactions we call it as pseudo first order reaction. So pseudo first order reaction is nothing but what here? If, for example, in a bimolecular reaction, the higher order will show first order is known as what here? Pseudo first order reaction. Okay, so now let us take example to clearly to understand. CH3COO C2H5 plus H2O. In the presence of acid, we are going to get CH3COOH plus C2H5OH. Okay, so for reacting molecules, the according to rate, how it will be, rate is directly proportional to concentration of CH3 COO C2H5 to the power 1 and concentration of H2O power 1. So then rate is equals to, you will be getting K into CH3 COO C2H5 to the power 1 concentration of H to the power 1. So according to rate, X plus Y is equals to 2. Why? Because here 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Okay, so this is the order. We got order of the reaction for X expected value. Okay, but this is not the pseudo first order reaction. So what we have to get, the higher order is there, but we should have to show first order. Then how it will show first order? Why? Because whenever the water molecule is added, excess of water is added, then the reactant become constant. Okay, suppose if excess of water is not only water, if you take any reactant, whenever you are adding excess of reactant here, automatically the reactant what will become? It become constant. So that's why it will show R is equals to K into CH3 COO C2H5 to the power 1. So then order you will be getting 1. So this is nothing but the pseudo first order reaction. So what is pseudo first order? Even though the order is high, we have to get only the order 1. So here see, here 1 we are getting. Why we are not getting H2O order? Means here we are adding excess, means more quantity we are adding. So that's the reason it is showing only order 1. So this is nothing but pseudo first order reaction. Now let us see collision theory. So generally collision theory, for example, we are going to get products. Reactants is converted into products we are going to get. But coming to here, the chemical reaction occurs only through collisions of the reactant molecules. Means what here? For example, A plus B gives rise to product. So means what? How this chemical reaction occurring? Means this is a binary molecules. So these two molecules will get collide. Collide means like this, these two are colliding. Okay, A and B are colliding, then it is giving products. But here, this means that in any chemical reaction of the molecules, reactants approach each other and collide with each other. And these collisions, what happens? This will give rise to products of the reaction. Okay, but only some reaction can explain these type of molecules, not all the molecules. Why? Because here Arrhenius proposed a theory to explain the, so this is nothing but collision theory. these molecules, but here there will be activated molecules also. Okay, so that's why Arrhenius explained a theory. So Arrhenius explained a theory for the rate of gaseous reactions. Okay, so Arrhenius explained a theory for the rate of gaseous reactions, the collision theory. Means what here? Only some molecules will react. So to react overall reactions, Arrhenius explained. So there will be some postulates. We are going to have some assumptions. Some postulates we are having. So let us see what is the first postulate. That is, reacting molecule should have to collide for any reaction to occur. Means what here? What is the first point? Reacting molecules shall have to collide for any reaction to occur. Means what here? What happening? The reacting molecule shall have to collide for any reaction to occur. Means here, for example, A plus B plus C gives rise to products I am taking. Means what? A, B and C. So what happening? This is giving products. These are products. These are reacting molecules colliding. So means what happening here? These are collisions. So these three are colliding and forming a product. This is the first one meaning. Next one, all collisions do not lead to produce products. So here, generally what I have told you, collisions will produce products I have told you. But only in some reactions they are going to take place. They are not going to take place to produce products. Now, means what here they should be. Means only a fraction of the total number of collisions leads to reaction. Very fraction. Fraction means 1 by 2, 3 by 2. Only that one will be a total number of the collision to the reaction. That one we call it as what? Fruitful collisions or effective collisions we can say. Means what? These are not colliding. There will be certain method. Means there will be certain energy to produce collisions. That one only, that fraction. So that one we call it as what? Fruitful collisions or effective collisions. See here, only a fraction. Fraction of the total number of collisions lead to reaction which are known as effective collisions, or we can say fruitful collision. Okay, so means what here? Fraction is nothing but what? As you know in the max, fraction is nothing but 3 by 2, 1 by 2. So those all will come under the fraction. So here the only fraction of the total number of collision. Means what? Here whenever the molecules are colliding, so this one for example, this one will be getting 1 by 2, this one will be getting 3 by 2, some 5 by 2, like that we are getting. So means what? These fractions only lead to form the products. So these type of reactions we call it as effective collisions or fruitful collisions. So for these collisions we need minimum energy. To react the molecules we should have minimum amount of energy to produce collisions. So that one we call it as threshold energy. So what is the next postulate here we will be saying? The colliding molecules have to produce minimum energy to give products is known as what here? Threshold energy. Okay, so means what here? If you have observed, the colliding molecules is producing effective collision. So for this effective collision, for these molecules, what we need? Minimum amount of energy. So this minimum amount of energy to produce colliding molecules or products, we call it as what here? Threshold energy. So this one we call it as T. Okay, so and also next one, the energy of the molecules. The energy of the molecules at HTP. The energy of the molecules at HTP is very much less than the threshold energy. So means what? For example, energy of the molecules at HTP, standard temperature pressure, whenever we are taking at standard temperature and pressure, whenever we are taking energy of the molecules compared to threshold energy, it is very less. So then what we need? The minimum amount of energy we are seeing. So for this we require some extra energy. Okay, so means what? The minimum extra energy in which the molecule should possess average energy to establish, means to react the molecules. That one we call it as what here? Energy of activation. So what is activation energy? We can say here the difference between threshold energy, and energy of the molecules in normal state. Energy of molecules in normal state is known as what here? Activation energy, which is denoted by EA. So we will be getting EA is equals to, means what here? Threshold energy, ET minus normal energy of the molecules. So here we can write E reactants. Okay, so here this ET indicates what here? Threshold energy, the minimum energy minus normal energy molecules is known as what? Extra energy is required for activation energy. So here, which is the molecules which possess threshold energy are called as activated molecules. So these are formed in very small numbers. Why? Because during collisions between the normal molecules, what happens here? The molecules possessing threshold energy we call it as what? Means the molecules, whatever it is giving, the molecules, if suppose it is giving threshold energy, we call it as activated molecules. These are found in very small numbers during collisions. Why? Because these will be having these, why it is producing small collisions means these collisions will occur in normal energy molecules. Okay, so next one we will be having collisions occurring between activated molecules. We call it as activated collisions. Okay, collisions occurring between activated molecules are called what here? Activated collisions. What I have told you, the molecules possessing threshold energy, we call it as the molecules, whatever it is giving threshold energy, that one activated molecules. Whenever the collisions is going to occur in the activated molecules, that one we call it as activated collisions. Okay, so generally these activated collisions gives the products of the reaction. So then the fraction of the activated collision among the total collision is very much small. So that's why we are getting here A plus A gives rise to A star plus A star plus A star gives rise to products. So what I have told you, first of all, the reacting molecules, these will collide and it will give minimum amount of energy, that is activated molecules, means these molecules will produce threshold energy. This one we call it as activated molecule. So these collisions means these activated molecules are colliding. These two are activated molecules, these are colliding, and finally it is giving product. So this is the meaning of these two points. What I have told you, the molecules possessing the threshold energy are called activated molecules. So whatever energy it is producing, these are threshold energy. So it is giving activated molecules. So these activated molecules will react, means it will collide and it will give the products. That one we call it as activated collisions. So here A indicates what here? Normal molecules. And A star indicates what here? Activated molecules. Okay, so for this, generally we are taking binary collisions. If you have observed, means two collisions we are taking now. So this is a binary collision we are taking here. So for this, the binary collision, the number of collisions per second per unit time the number of collisions per second per unit time or per unit volume of the reaction mixture is known as what here? Activation energy. What happens? The number of collisions, how much second it is taking, that one is known as collision frequency Z. See how if we are taking collisions, at how many seconds the reaction mixture is occurring, we call it as what here? Collision frequency, that is Z is equals to pi into sigma square AB root over A KT by pi mu NA NB. Okay, so means what here? Sigma AB indicates collision diameter, where mu indicates reduced mass. For example, here A and B are colliding. So this is the radius of the both. So what happens? We are taking a sphere. Okay, so we are going to get diameter whenever these are colliding, we are getting this equation. Okay, pi is equals to sigma AB. AB means what? Collision diameter, this sphere. So mu is nothing but reduced mass, how much mass it is reducing. So then here the fraction of the molecules which gives the energy of activation energy or more than activation energy is given by the formula Boltzmann constant, that is means what? The fraction of energy the fraction of molecules which possess activation energy is given by Boltzmann constant factor. So here it is equals to e to the power minus A by RT. If you have seen the temperature factor of the temperature, there we can clearly understand. And also for there will be a criteria for effective collision with a steric factor P, which tells the proper orientation of the molecules. Okay, means the effective collisions is probability, or we can say steric factor, which tells the proper orientation of the molecule. Means what here? Here the specific rate constant K is equals to P into ZE minus EA by RT. Okay, so or we can write K is equals to AE minus EA by RT. So that's the reason we have discussed Boltzmann constant, the fraction of the molecules which is giving activation energy by Boltzmann, that is e to the power minus EA by RT. So here proper orientation I am saying. So means let us take here two HI molecule. So these HI molecules, if suppose this HI we can give HI plus HI, okay, like this molecule. So what it will give? This is one molecule, this is one molecule. Okay, so and HI plus HI. Okay, so this one will get the proper orientation and this one will get the improper orientation. Why? Means because here the molecules will give correct proper orientation in these molecules only, not in this molecule. So that's why it will give improper orientation and it is proper orientation. So we are having diagram graphical representation also. So here according to delta H, enthalpy of the reaction is nothing but what? Forward reaction minus backward reaction of the energy of activation. In exothermic reaction is different and in endothermic reaction is different. So for example, if you are taking heat of reaction, for heat of reaction, delta H is equals to activated energy of forward reaction and activated energy of backward reaction. So means what here? The forward reaction and activation energy taking place. Exothermic means what? In exothermic reaction, the energy of activation is backward reaction is greater than the energy of, means what happened? Energy of backward reaction is greater than energy of activation of forward reaction. Coming to in endothermic reaction, the energy of backward reaction is less than energy of forward reaction. So for exothermic, the graph will be, here we are taking reaction coordinate on x-axis, on y-axis we are going to take potential energy. So this is reactants, this is products we are taking here. This is threshold energy ET. Okay, the between. So here the distance of this one is, for reactants to products, EA activation energy. For distance of this products we are getting activation energy. So this is reactants and products, means what here, reacting molecule, this gap, what happens, reacting molecules will collide. This is for exothermic reaction. What happens, we are taking y-axis potential energy, on x-axis reaction coordinate. Reactants and products we are taking, the reacting molecules collide with minimum amount of energy, that is threshold energy, it is giving products. So the distance between the reacting molecules and threshold energy, activation energy. The reaction between product molecules and threshold energy, it is also giving what here, activation energy. So whatever the reactant is there, means the energy of colliding molecules it is giving. So here for this is for reactant, this is for product, this heat of energy we are getting. And what for endothermic, we are going to get the reaction like this. So here these are reactants, these are products. So this is threshold energy, the distance between reactants and this one we call it as activation energy. This is activation energy, this is nothing but reaction coordinate, potential energy, this one. Okay, ET. If you have what I have told in exothermic, EAB is greater than EAF, means what here, this one is greater than this one. Coming to this one, the reactant is greater, small product is greater than EB. So coming to here, what reactant is greater than products in the endothermic reactions. So this is about the collision theory.